right, so we've managed to generate keys. We've looked at how they're used. We've talked about it conceptually. But let's actually put one into effect. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get our public key and we're going to load it up into GitHub, which is a popular version control repository where a lot of people develop different software projects, open source, private, you name it. It's one of the largest repositories out there. And we will then do a very basic action there that allows us to show you that we're actually using the keys. So the first thing, well, we can jump over to GitHub here, and actually let me go back to the home page so you can see where you're going. So you would have to create your own account, obviously, but this is what you'd see. You would land in your home page, and then you just need to go over to the settings. You have all the settings there, and here's your SSH and GPG keys. Now, we want to add a new key. This is not going to generate it for you, and we can just call it new key. And now you would simply paste your key in here. And to do that, we need to get our key. So let's go over to our directory, make sure that we have our key in there. And again, we are going to do the public key, not the private key. I don't know how many times I need to say that, but yes, public key. So we can just grab it here. And we just want to grab all of this from SSH, RSA, all the way through the back end. You don't actually need that JSTARMR or whatever your particular identifier is. Again, that's there so that it makes it a little bit clearer. If that's not your name or something you don't recognize, it's probably not your key kind of thing. So we're going to go copy that, paste that in here, and there you go. Here's the fingerprint. This is just a little, this is sort of like that little random art image that you saw when it was generated. You can become a little bit familiar with that, and then if you're using a key or see a fingerprint pop up and it's not that, or it doesn't look quite right, you can double check against that more easily than having to compare the whole string. So now we're good. Let's go back to the main page, and what we're going to do is we're going to clone one of these repositories. So we can just, let's say, look at this one. Now, cloning is, if you're not familiar with Git or GitHub, is making a copy of this repository, basically the content that's here. We're going to clone with SSH, so we need to grab this. And then we're going to pop back to our command line. We're going to git clone. So git clone is the command. The URL that we have, or that little snippet that we got from GitHub, is telling the system where to find that repository, that content. And then the SSH demo was just, we're telling it where we should actually put that. And actually, I want to get out of my, let's get out of this directory and try that again. Okay. So now it's pulling out that information, and interesting. Look at that. We are being asked for a password. Now in this case, the key I generated has a password with it because I wanted to keep it safe, and we can enter that. Now it's happy, and off we go. If I had created a passwordless key, this would have just gone ahead and done this without any prompting for the passphrase. So let's just check real quick, and do we have our SSH demo? Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and go over there. And let's just check that demo file. We're going to just do a little edit to it. Save that. And we've successfully modified it. Now we're going to git add. Alright, so now we've seen that we had to actually use our passphrase twice. Initially when we pulled it down, and now when we pushed it back up. What we can do though is change the password. And now it's going to ask me where it is. It's in the default directory here. We enter the old passphrase. And now we have the option of saying no passphrase. So we're going to do that, repeat it. And now we have gotten rid of the passphrase. So now let's make a quick change to that demo file. Let's maybe we get rid of this file. And now we'll go ahead and git add. Okay, so we're all ready to go, but now we can go ahead and git push. And you'll see we weren't asked for any password. Now we can go here, look at demo file, and you can see the last commit was here, and we've removed that fourth line. So I'm going to go back and put a password on that because I prefer to have a password on my own personal key. But this is one way where you avoid having to use a password, which can be useful for automation. But just a little bonus session here on how to use GitHub with your keys, a pretty common use case. And I hope you found this useful. I hope you found the course useful, and absolutely come back and check out some of our other courses if you'd like to continue your education with us. I hope you've enjoyed it.